Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. We're your hosts, and we are joined by Kayleen McCabe. This is Kayleen's third time, I believe, on the show. Kayleen is world famous from her days on the DIY network and a true advocate of what we talk about on here all the time, Trent, is getting the next generation into the trades, into our industry.
No, it is, and goes along with the theory, if you can't beat them, joining rising tide raises all ships. I do want to give a shout-out. Kayleen is a celebrity on here, so thank you, Kayleen, for your time. But Bo Thompson is our engineer today. TJ got stuck behind the wreck, and Bo Thompson, the local celebrity, is rolling behind the stage today.
Oh, man, you didn't say something, Bo.
I'm just doing what needs to be done to keep the ship going, right?
Oh,
talking about a team player here.
Poke the bear, he'll swat at you.
We were giving Bo a hard time asking us when he's going to let us on his show, but no, I'm joking, Bo. You don't have to answer that.
No, it's the other way around. You guys are going to have me every week, and now you're going to be wanting me to go away.
I doubt that. Well, Kayleen, tell us about Skills USA, the World Skills. I know this is a big passion of yours that a lot of people might not be aware of.
Sure. Well, so I came across Skills USA a few years ago because it was an organization that I kept hearing about these students that were competing in trades, and I had to go check it out myself. And I'll tell you what, I fell in love with the organization because it was the first group of kind of students that they were like, well, what do you do? Like, oh, I work in construction. And instead of getting a, really? I got a, oh, I work in automotive. I do this. And
That's
so
cool.
The national competition for Skills USA is coming up in a few weeks in Louisville, and I cannot wait to go. This event is like the Super Bowl with power tools, and it's the Olympics. And then I'm very excited to say that I've been invited to then cheer on the winners of our national competition at the World Skills Competition in October in Abu Dhabi. And the World Skills Competition is the same with World Skills USA, but with 76 different countries coming together. So we are globally standing up and saying, yes, let's celebrate this craft, the industry, the trades. And I'll tell you what, watching these students compete at the top of the top, whew, I have a lot of practicing to do before I can ever come close to them.
So this is Trent. I'm the president of the Charlotte Homebuilders Association, and part of our group is the Cabarrus County Homebuilders Association. And for years, they've been having a pre-skills competition on the masonry side. And we had that a couple months ago. It was super successful. We had over 30 high school students. And then a couple of those folks, I think, coming up in a couple weeks is the state skills competition for North Carolina. So it's great. We prepare them here, get them. Those kids can lay brick, high schoolers, like crazy.
Well, and the best part is that not only is it a competition showcasing skills, and it's an event where trades people can come together. Oh, I think it's the best summer camp ever. I mean, it's like we get to hang out and geek out about tools and the craft, and, being around so many other people who are like-minded is powerful. But these students, most of them are offered jobs. In a lot of the state competitions I've gone to, these students not only get a gold medal, they get a job offer then. Like,
that's what I'm sitting here thinking about, Kayleen. I mean, I'm wondering if we need to give you some applications, or we need to be hitting these trade shows up or Skills USA for future employees. I mean, I'm sure that not only are they good at it, Trent, but these kids love to do it. I mean, they're into it and they're excited about it, and that's what I think is the cool part that everybody needs to hear is that. College isn't the right spot for everybody. If you like to work with your hands, you might be better fit going through the Skills USA route.
Absolutely, and I see there's a lot of value for construction companies, organizations, groups like NARI to reach out to these students and say, I'm going to be your mentor. I'm going to put you in the apprenticeship program, because we have so clearly stated what the pathway is to college for so long that it's very hard to say, oh, do it. Well, what does that mean? How does that look? And so absolutely, I really encourage employers, if you're looking for great employees, seek out the Skills USA students. Not only that, but it is not the skills, too. These kids are taught leadership stuff. They will look you in the eye, shake your hand. They understand what it's like to show up on time and work hard. It's gives me goosebumps. I mean, if I had a bigger company, I'd hire them all. I'm just a nerd. I stalk Skills USA. I love showing up at the state event. Please let me know when North Carolina is at, because at any level, the participants are, I think, farther ahead than their peers as far as being successful.
So I just went to a seminar last week on millennials. I'm going to hit them below the belt. You think they can get off their phone long enough to lay a brick or saw some wood?
You haven't seen the new Hammer app, Trent. You use your phone. I think you've tried that a few times.
Yeah, that Level app is pretty darn accurate. But I think you'd be surprised. There is a group out there that is hungry, that is really wanting to work, and who gets it. And I think that the millennials out there, they're going to use that technology in a great way. They will be your liaison to the CAD software, and that CAD software is going to be the new cutting-edge way that you talk to your homeowners and go through a house. And so, yes, they're out there. I'm so proud to say I was skeptical too, and I was like, but whew.
No, that was a tee up for you to sell how good and valuable these brainiacs. They're so smart.
They are smart.
They're trying to figure out better ways to do stuff. They really are. You just got to understand them.
Oh yeah.
But
exactly. I mean, you have to have more emojis.
Yeah, I'm on the emoji kick too. I like some of those funny faces.
Yeah, they are
but one
good.
of my clients was telling me the other day, he's got a tech. He's a gadget guy, and he was basically like, hey, you really need to embrace Wi-Fi and home automation, because really that in a home, that is like your next plumbing. I mean, like, you gotta have it in your home because people are on wireless devices, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the technology that's coming in, it is not going to stop. Are we going to have robots replacing our toilets? No. Are we going to have 3D printers printing houses? Maybe. But the level of technology coming into the residential side is off the hook in a delightful way. I mean, how nice is it that your fridge can now tell you, oh, by the way, you're low on milk before you come home. Stop and get some. Thank you, fridge.
And you're right. And I think the 45 plus crowd's sort of a little bit afraid of this stuff. The 35 to 45 crowd's like, I kind of get it. This is sort of coming into my life. But the 25, 35, the millennial crowd is going to expect this stuff. And I tell Trent all the time, I think if you're in any kind of business and you can't live in someone's phone, then you're going to become obsolete. You got to find a way to get into the smart device. Kayleen, we got about 2.5 minutes left here. I wanted you to talk about what you're doing in schools. I know you're doing a lot of presentations and speaking engagements. Tell us a little bit about that, if you could.
Sure. So it really was a conscious effort that I realized that students need to see it face to face. Like, oh, she can do it, I can do it. And so I'm still traveling the country, talking to as many schools as possible. And now really starting to do week-long trips where I'm talking to the middle school, the high school, and then the trade, either community college or program is sort of the feeder. And I'm having a blast. It's really powerful to be able to share my story as a female in construction who loves what I do and really see these students come alive. I'm like, oh, hey, we haven't heard that message yet. And so I'm on track to talk to almost 150,000 students this year. I'm every year I want to up it. I hit 100,000 last year. That's a piece of cake. Game on. So
come on.
We do. And then, women. We need women. The more women you can recruit as young adults, the better.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, and so I am up to, we're going to have to talk again in a few months, because I am up to something, because, I can talk about it and say it, but I think I could do more to spread this message, and I'm up to a pretty good project. So I can't share it right now because it's still in development, but when this goes, I think it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to talk about it, because if we don't share this message and stand up and say, I'm proud to do this, and really empowering those females to look at me and say, oh, she did it, I can do it.
So she's got a female-based project. I got it. But Bo, how's that for teasers?
Hey, you're doing it well.
She wants to be back.
That too. I think Trent and I have something up our sleeves too. So maybe the next time you come back, we can talk about what we've got going on. Kayleen, we've got about 20 seconds here. The website to kind of learn more about Kayleen is KAYLEEN McCabe MCCABE.com. If I'm an educator out here listening, how do we get in touch with you to line you up? Got about 15 seconds.
Go to my website. There's multiple ways to contact me. Also, any sort of social media, it's a direct link to me.
Great. Well, Kayleen, it's so wonderful to hear from you. So glad to hear you're doing well. And good luck to you. I can't wait to hear about your project when you can talk about it.
Same to you, gentlemen. Have a brilliant spring. And thank you again. I always love to chat with you.